It began in a courtroom, but not the way anyone expected. Officer Brad Cutler, a man known for his temper and unchecked authority, lost control. In front of a room packed with lawyers, clerks, and citizens, he struck a black woman with the back of his hand, assuming she was just another face he could silence. What he didn't know was that this woman, Sophia Ellison, was a federal judge, one with the authority to dismantle everything he had ever hidden. The city of Fairhope, Alabama, had the charm of magnolias and the deceit of history buried under its cobblestone streets. People wore smiles like armor, and the sun seemed almost guilty as it warmed the sidewalks. Beneath that picturesque veneer, secrets festered. And on a humid Tuesday morning, those secrets found their reckoning. Judge Sophia Ellison arrived at Fairhope County Courthouse at 7:15 a.m., the click of her low-heeled shoes steady against the marble steps. She wore a navy skirt suit, her silver-streaked hair pinned tightly back. No entourage, no security detail. Just Sophia, her leather-bound docket tucked under one arm, and a mind sharpened by 35 years of navigating a system never meant for her. Today's hearing was supposed to be straightforward, a juvenile vandalism arraignment for a 16-year-old boy caught spray painting the post office. Routine. Quick. In and out. Sophia greeted the guards with a nod and entered the hallway toward courtroom C. There, Amanda Lewis, a junior clerk, shifted nervously. Judge Ellison, she whispered, Officer Cutler's already inside. He's worked up. Sophia's jaw tightened. Brad Cutler, a third-generation cop with a spotless record on paper but a reputation for violence, whispered through the community. Complaints dismissed. Body cams malfunctioned. Sophia had known his type all her life. Without a word, she entered. Inside, Cutler paced like a caged wolf, barking at the court staff. A skinny teenager sat at the defense table, eyes wide with fear. The boy's public defender murmured reassurances he clearly didn't believe. Sophia walked past the noise, calmly collecting the file from the judge's bench. Cutler mistook her for a clerk. You can't stand there, he barked. This is official business. Be patient, officer, Sophia replied without looking up. His voice rose. What's your name? She turned her head slowly. Wait. But Cutler, drunk on authority, stepped forward and, without warning, slapped her. The crack echoed against the marble walls. Gasps filled the room. A coffee cup shattered on the floor. Sophia didn't flinch. Her cheek reddened, but her posture remained unbroken. She ascended the bench's stairs with deliberate calm, seated herself, and faced the room, every inch a judge without the robe. Officer Cutler, she said, voice like steel. Did you just strike a sitting judge in open court? Cutler stammered. I didn't know. Yes or no? Yes, he muttered. Sophia instructed the clerk to record the admission. I've read your record, she said. Today, you crossed a line that you can't step back over. Cutler sputtered about robes and misunderstandings. You knew, Sophia said, voice razor sharp. You didn't see a judge. You saw a black woman who refused to cower. Silence blanketed the room. Sophia ordered Officer Grayson, the bailiff, to place Cutler under temporary detainment. No cuffs yet. Grayson complied. Sophia stood. You struck not just a woman but the integrity of this court. You mistook power for immunity. Not today. As Cutler was led away, the teenager at the defense table, once trembling, watched with wide, steady eyes. Relax, son, Sophia said gently. You're not the one on trial anymore. Outside, the morning sun hit the courthouse steps, but inside, history shifted. By noon, the story exploded across Fairhope. A simple post, cop strikes black judge in open court. No photo. No proof. But wildfire moves faster than fact. Sophia ignored the noise. She was in the courthouse archives, digging through records. Cutler's name appeared again and again. Excessive force complaints. Lost footage. Disappeared evidence. It was never isolated. It was systemic. Sophia whispered to the file, no more. When Carter Bellamy, her bailiff and old friend, knocked on the archive door, he looked grim. They're outside. Reporters. Lawyers. Internal affairs. The mayor's office is blowing up your clerk's phone. Sophia didn't blink. Let them. By the next morning, a black SUV pulled into the courthouse garage. Out stepped Agent Lauren Keene and Agent Victor Reyes from the Justice Department. No small talk. No formalities. We've been trying to build a case against Cutler for a year, Keene said. Stonewalled by the DA's office. Sophia handed her the compiled files. You have them now. Security footage captured every second of the slap, the fallout, the arrogance. Audio crystal clear. This is your leverage, Keene said. I'm not here for leverage, Sophia replied. I'm here for justice. They worked around the clock, digging, uncovering, linking Cutler to a corrupt web of officers, prosecutors, and civic leaders. Every page told the same story, abuse hidden by bureaucracy. Fairhope's finest were about to be exposed. The threats began immediately. A photo of her grandson walking home from school. A bullet left on her windshield. Anonymous phone calls. Walk away while you still can. Sophia never flinched. But she moved her family to a safe house. I don't want to do this, she told Carter one night, sipping cold coffee in her office. But I have to. The hearings began. Subpoenas were issued. Former officers flipped, seeking immunity. Internal affairs scrambled. The DA resigned for personal reasons. Cutler went into hiding, but the law found him. They brought him back to Fairhope in cuffs. Sophia presided over the trial. She listened as witness after witness told stories that had been buried. Beatings, coercion, threats. She watched as financial records linked hush money to civic leaders. She sat silent, but burning as old cases she had ruled on, trusting the system, were revealed as tainted. At the trial's end, the jury found Cutler guilty on all counts: obstruction, falsification, civil rights violations. When the verdict was read, Cutler's shoulders sagged. Sophia didn't smile. Justice wasn't victory, it was restoration. The courthouse steps filled with citizens who had once felt invisible. They held signs. Thank you, Judge Ellison. No more silence. Truth matters. Sophia stood at her window, watching. She knew retaliation would come. Spin, character assassination, whispers about her mental state. Let them whisper. She had cracked the facade. The silence had been broken. Months later, the courthouse felt different. The halls carried a new energy. People walked taller. Clerks smiled more easily. Citizens filed complaints without fear. The Justice Department opened a permanent civil rights office in Fairhope. Sophia continued working, training young judges, mentoring public defenders, and refusing every national interview request. One afternoon, after a long day, she found a package on her desk. Inside, a polished gavel engraved with 5 words. Truth stands. Justice follows. She turned it over in her hand, feeling its weight, the weight of everything they'd fought for. And she smiled. A small, fierce smile. The fight wasn't over. It never would be. But for the first time in a long time, Sophia Ellison knew she hadn't just changed a courtroom. She had changed a city. And maybe, just maybe, that was how real revolutions began, not with riots or banners, but with one woman standing still when everyone else told her to sit down. One woman who refused to be silent. One voice that became an echo, and an echo that became a storm.